FIFA 17, 8 years later. It's crazy to think that this game dropped all the way back in 2016, but despite the age, there's something about it that still makes fans feel nostalgic. From the journey to the iconic career mode, let's revisit some of its best features. So without any further ado, let's get it.
There he is, my number one client.
Mr. Taylor, good to see you.
But you can call me Michael, all right? Such a polite young man. You brought him up properly, Mrs. Hunter.
Catherine, please. Come on, tell him.
Tell me what?
As soon as you signed with me, I started putting out the feelers. Seems like you've been making quite the impression.
Well, you got me an offer?
One or two.
For real?
I haven't seen a kid coming out of the exit trials generate this much interest in years. Now, young players like you are like gold dust, Alex. There isn't a team in the league that isn't falling over themselves to sign you after you nailed it. I've got some incredible deals on the table here. Just don't go rushing into any decisions, okay? Now, the top teams, sure, they're going to offer you more money, but you won't be getting as much game time. And it's minutes on the pitch that really develop a player. You know, take your time, okay? This is a big decision.
Let's start with the game's biggest innovation, the journey. FIFA 17 was the first game in the franchise to introduce a story-driven mode, and it was a real game changer. Players took control of Alex Hunter, a young up-and-coming footballer making his mark in the Premier League. The journey blended sport with narrative, providing us with choices, cutscenes, and even some drama. What really stood out was the depth of the character. Alexander wasn't just another player on the pitch. He had personality, aspirations, and relationships that evolved based on your decisions. You could choose whether to be humble, team player, or a brash superstar. Those choices influence your career, relationships with teammates and coaches, and that made the journey feel fresh and unique. Now let's talk about career mode. FIFA 17 didn't reinvent the wheel, but it fine-tuned the formula that many fans still love today. For manager mode, the addition of a more immersive pre-match experience, including press conferences and the player morale, gave you more control over the management aspect. It wasn't just about setting the tactics and transfers, it was about keeping your squad happy and managing their egos. For player career mode, you could create and develop your own superstar, starting from lower leagues and working your way up to the big time. The AI in FIFA 17 was improved, so it felt like you were genuinely growing within a team, adapting to a dynamic football environment.
And the goalkeeper, he just anticipated the direction of the free kick, anticipated well.
One of the standout features of FIFA 17 was its gameplay. Powered by a new Frostbite engine, the game made major strides in terms of visual realism and animation. The player models looked more lifelike, the stadiums more vibrant, and the overall atmosphere felt richer. But it wasn't just about how the game looked, it was about how it played. FIFA 17 introduced a set of new mechanics, including a more responsive dribbling system, improved ball control, and more fluid passing. The skill moves felt smoother and it was easier to pull off tricks. One of the key things fans loved was how the game rewarded skilled players, especially with new mechanics like the driven shot or the precision passing system. Every match felt a little more tactical and satisfying. FIFA 17 wasn't just about gameplay, it was also about presentation. The commentary was more dynamic, with new voices added to keep the experience feeling fresh. We had Martin Tyler and Alan Smith, but also new additions like Lee Dixon and Ian Wright, which helped add variety to the in-game commentary. The crowds were livelier, the celebrations more varied, and the matchday atmosphere was as good as it ever had been. From realistic pitch conditions to new dynamic camera angles, FIFA 17 made you feel like you were truly part of the game.
Yeah, he reached for that back pocket straight.
Great stop. It's a corner for Milan. Kuczka! That's great work by the goalkeeper.
Of course, we can't talk about FIFA 17 without mentioning Ultimate Team. The addictive squad building mode continued to thrive, and although there were fewer features compared to modern FUT modes, the core experience was just as compelling. The introduction of squad building challenges allowed players to get creative with their teams, and FUT Draft Mode gave you the chance to try out different combinations of players in a more dynamic way. The excitement of opening packs, completing SPCs, and grinding for better players kept the community engaged for hours and even after release. While microtransactions became more prominent later on, FIFA 17 MVC still had the perfect balance of accessibility and challenge that made it so addictive. So 8 years later, does FIFA 17 still hold up? My answer is yes. In many ways, it does. The journey mode was a unique addition that set the stage for future narrative-driven experiences. Career mode gave us a more immersive managerial experience, and the gameplay and presentation were top tier for its time. Sure, there are newer FIFA titles with more features, but FIFA 17 laid the groundwork for so many things we now take for granted in the series. If you haven't played it in a while, it's definitely worth revisiting for a trip down memory lane. What do you think? Is FIFA 17 a favorite entry in the series, or have you moved on to the new latest titles? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content. Until next time, take care. I'll see you on the pitch.
So let's see what you got.